Alright, so this is game 2 of Adios 8th edition. This is on table 1, so I'm surprised here. We're going against Tomb Kings, and I think it's the most awesome battle there is in the entire building because they're two of the most horrible armies in fantasy, and they're on table 1. I can't believe it. And then on top of that, to make it even better, this is the same opponent that I played against back in I think it was, I'm not sure which tournament it was, but I was playing Beastmen and he tabled me. So this is a grudge match, and I mean business, okay? That you can see the hatred in the Beastman's eyes right now. I mean, look real close, you can see it. It's almost palatable. And so here's my deployment. This is like the weird battle line where one opponent deploys his entire army, and then the other opponent deploys his army. And he actually gave me first turn. I don't know if that's the proper way to do it, but that's fine with me. I'll take the first turn because I needed it, because his army is, well, you'll see. But I brought my 3 Brave Shamans, the Herdstone. They got all the magic missile goodness, all that fetish goodness, and it's made to magic missile people to death. And I had my Ungor Raiders on the right side of my Minotaur unit this time because I figured they needed the leadership bubble right there. Put Ungor, my regular Ungor right there as well. And then here's the deployment. As you can see here, he's pretty much castled in the corner, and I'm like, these big things in front of me, those are Morghast Orkai. He has 1 unit of 6 and 1 unit of 4. Very tough hombres, and I'm like, man, I had an exalted hero in the last tournament that fight 2 of them, and he couldn't kill 2 of them. But he also has 3 units of archers, a casket of souls, and two skeleton throwers. Okay, he gets first turn, and no, here's my first turn. I move forward slightly. I don't move forward a lot. I just move forward enough where I can start picking off skeletons. I move my my Centaur. They got stubborn again, so they're drunk as I don't know what. They're too drunk to feel these arrows. And yeah, in his magic phase, because my magic phase was abysmal. I couldn't really do anything. His magic phase, his shooting phase, he almost went right to shooting. He just started plucking off Centaur with his arrows, and I did not like that. And then he drops a stone on top of, a skull on top of the Doom Bull. I roll a 1 for my lookout, sir. So the Doom Bull takes a wound. And then the Gore Bull takes a wound from the Strength 3 part, which is hilarious to me. And then another stone actually drifts off, and it hits some of my Ungor, and it kills a bunch of Ungor. Maybe about 3 or 4 of them kills them. And in my magic phase, I do some damage to some of his Morghast Orkai. He realizes that he can't necessarily stand still either, because my magic is not as good as his shooting, but it's about the same as his shooting. So, he does charge I think it's a Razor Gore. He charges, and the Razor Gore runs off the board, I believe. My Centaur moves across and jumps in front of these guys just to be a nuisance, because if he flies over, I'm going to go after one of his skeleton units and kill him with that Centaur. And I moved the Minotaur forward. I think that's what this is a picture of. I moved them up pretty aggressively. Still have those archers in the way, so even if he charges, he's going to have to do some other stuff, so he decides not to. But he does catch the Razor Gore, because I just wanted those guys off the field, really. And he catches the Razor Gore, he goes off the field, and he comes back in his turn. Well, he's going to come back in his turn. In my turn, I charged. This is what broke him, because I needed to get to his back lines. To get to his back lines, I needed to break through that unit. So I charged with the Centaur and I charged with the Minotaurs. It should go in my favor quite drastically, actually. I had a unit of Ungor Raiders actually charge a skeleton unit, and they beat the crap out of the skeletons the first turn. And then the second turn, they kind of whipped out and didn't do any damage. But this is what the Minotaurs did. They ripped a hole in that Morgaz Orkai's unit. A second hole, if you know what I'm talking about. And once he sees this in his turn, he pushes some skeletons forward to absorb this, to try to absorb the Minotaurs. But the problem is, the Minotaurs are going to be they're going to be in close combat for 2 turns. So that means that they don't have to overrun. I could actually redirect as normal. He kills the final harpy because she actually rallied. That was the funny thing. She ran, and there was only one of them left. And I needed insane courage. She rallied, and he wanted to get those points, so he went ahead and netted those points this turn and killed her, which is fine by me. He drops a rock onto the. He drops a skull on top of the gore unit, and they actually broke and ran. Go figure. And then over here, I believe he drops another rock on the Ungor unit, and they hold, but they took. It might not have been a rock. It might have been just regular old bow shooting, and they took some damage. In my phase, I don't know what this is a picture of. I think in my phase I do some magic, and I actually start pinging off some more of his other guys on the other side. Some more of his Morgaz Orkai. Started doing some more wounds to him. No, this is actually them trying to charge by Gore when they rallied again, and he failed to charge. Whew, that could have been bad, because my Gore are good, they're not that good. And then in my turn, I rally. They rally, and they now he's getting pissed off because that 1,000 points that he thought he could net just off of shooting in terror, he wasn't going to get that. And this is the view of his Morgaz Orkai actually trying to charge, and they failed their charge because this rock is in the way, and also because he just didn't roll very high. He would have made it if he rolled, I think, a 9. But in his turn, then in his movement phase, he puts his archers in front of the Ungor, because you have to stop Ungor. Because if you don't stop Ungor, they will wreak havoc, right? His magic phase was not really that... he didn't really have that good of a magic phase. And in the shooting phase, he kills off the last Ungor. All right, this is a mixing picture where the actual Minotaurs charge into his main unit, and they beat the crap out of it, and this is what's left. The Minotaur tear it up. They really ripped that thing to shreds. There were like 30 skeletons there, and a bunch of characters, and it was so much crumble that all of his characters started taking wounds. It was marvelous. Okay, then there's another picture where I missed the picture and they overrun, and yeah. And here we go. My overran took me into a Hyrule Titan. Or this might be, yeah, it took me into a Hyrule Titan after another close combat with a large skeleton unit. They broke it, ran it down, or ran it over, and ran it to the Hyrule Titan. He's finished. The Ungor charge into the skeleton archers, and they kill them. Back over here to the Gore. My Gore don't do anything. They just kind of sit there. They start pinging off more wounds off of the Morgaz Orkai that are behind that thing. And then here's the overrun after that killed that second skeleton unit. They're gonna destroy this Hyrule Titan. Yeah. I mean, they're revved up like 4 or 5 times right now. So the Doom Bull is totally pimped out. He's like 10 attacks, and each Minotaur is at like 9 attacks or 10 attacks, something crazy. His Orkai finally make it into the my Gore. I think he just really there's nothing else really to do for him here, so he kind of just moves his archers out of the way of the Ungor because he doesn't want to get any more points up. And then this is the close combat between the Morgaz Orkai and the Gore. The gore actually get off. They take a few wounds. I think I lose about 10 guys, or we're steadfast, so we keep it going. Over here with the Minotaurs, they kill the Hyrule Titan. This is like turn. This is like his turn 6. No, it's my turn 6. Or might be, and in my turn 6, I also got off Alchemist Mind Razor, and the gore are gonna rip that thing apart. And at this point, he just starts push. He's like, yeah, this is pretty much over. You have all those strength 8 hits, and you're just gonna re-roll all those attacks, and it's just gonna be bad for me. Best thing I could do is just like kill a sorcerer, and he did. He killed a sorcerer. He killed my level 4 of beast, and then I killed the rest of the unit. So, you know, this is actually like almost a dream come true for me. I'm on table 1 with the Beastmen at a grand tournament, and the Beastmen are winning. But at the same time, it's bittersweet because I don't want to do this good. You know what I mean? With Beastmen, I don't want to be doing this well at the beginning of the tournament with Beastmen on table 1. You know, so yeah. It was a fun game. My opponent was a good opponent, a very good opponent. He actually won a grand tournament up north with his Tomb Kings. I think it was Coastal Carnage. So this was a smashing victory for the Beastman. This was pretty much what he had left. But the funny thing is though, he won the grand tournament up in Coastal Carnage. But before that, he tabled me with his Wood Elves. So this was like a grudge match come true. I'm gonna beat you on table 1. It's great. But he was a great opponent, and it was a fun game. And to my listeners out there, because you're listening, because you're probably painting right now, please comment and subscribe. Thank you for watching.